So you carry it on your own. You carry it on your own, and I guess people, if they do have spouses or whatever, and people find out about it, that's what causes
Right.
suicide or divorces or whatever.
Right. And the last note, and I appreciate you coming here, but the last note is that you were so, and I appreciate it immensely, that you were so impressed with what we have done with other people after searching our company, reviewing our company, checking our company out, that you had come to me with the understanding or the option that you want to work for ScammerGuard in some sort of capacity to help people in need that have had the same unpleasant experience that you have experienced.
Correct.
Which, again, I appreciate.
Correct. One thing I must say is I thought I was alone in all this, till I found ScammerGuard. And I called, and the first person I spoke to, they knew exactly what I was talking about. They had compassion for me, and I just felt not alone through this whole thing.
Right.
That there was somebody else, and to know that there was other people in the world that were in the same position as me.
Right, and there,
That it wasn't just me.
and so you know, a lot of the people that we deal with are above 65 years old.
Correct.
A lot of the people that we deal with aren't happy with the outcome of that they put themselves in.
But they tell nobody.
And they tell nobody, and they live in.
They live with that every day.
They live with that, and what you said, that some of these people, they get verbally abused to the degree where they live in fear because they don't have a voice. So they get almost strong-armed into doing exactly what is told for them to do.
Correct.
And they feel that if they deviate from any of that, I have customers that are 80 years old that tell me, listen, I was instructed that I basically don't have any rights.
Exactly.
I can't speak to anybody, I can't talk to anybody,
exactly
nobody's able to talk to me. And that's unfortunate for those people, and everybody's got rights.
But they feel they have no recourse because the people told them they signed a legal document with them. Any documents they sign with these people are not legal because these people are doing business illegally.
Right, exactly.
So they really have no rights to.
I mean, if in the event that you can prove that, things were done unethically, illegally, whatever, anybody has rights to have anything reviewed, and if they feel that there's any type of wrongdoing, obviously you have the option to explore that possible wrongdoing.
Yes,
but they don't like that.
You sign a contract with them that you are not going to speak to anybody. That's a contract you sign with them, that you are not.
That's pretty hard to, you would think that if in the event that you had a mentor or a place that's going to catapult you in business, you would like to expound about that to other people and say, listen, I got a great opportunity and I was very profitable. If you're put in a situation that you can't speak about what you're doing, you can't possibly have a business that is going to venture out to be anything. I mean, word of mouth is everything.
Well, they also tell you that any correspondence from them are meant only for you to see. Nobody else can view any and I guess people actually believe this.
Well, there's always that fear factor, and when people don't.
I'm a very strong person, and to get to the point where I'm going to be in fear to stay in my own house. Towards the end of all this, I called the FBI.
Really?
Because I was talking to them, and they're telling me where I live, all this other stuff, and I shouldn't question anything, and this and that. I didn't even, at that point, I'm thinking, I got a little paranoid, I admit. I'm thinking, they're gonna come to my house. And for me to get to that point, it takes a lot.
Right.
For me, so I can imagine how everybody
So
else
besides being devastated financially, emotionally, your health has been affected immensely, and now you're at another level of almost living in fear.
Correct.
Of some type of negative ramifications that would go against you because all you did was go on somebody's recommendation that by using these
Correct,
avenues, you're gonna
correct.
become a success story enough to leave it to the rest of your
Well,
family.
they also say if you say anything negative about their company, you're liable for slander. You
Really?
cannot say anything about their company, yes.
Well,
Correct. That-
today's a nice day to say whatever you'd like.
There you,
So, what do you have
There
to say
you
about their companies? The companies that you had questioned? You're entitled to say whatever you want.
okay. They're all connected in one way or another. They're all, anything that comes out of their mouth, people shouldn't believe. I know that's hard to say. I just want to see, this has been going on for over 10 years. These people are licensed, they have, through Utah, they are licensed in Utah. All these companies are coming out of Utah, pretty much all of them are out of 2007 they started in,
Right,
out of Utah.
okay,
In my mind, they are all connected.
okay,
They are all connected.
okay. And you're entitled to feel however you feel. I mean, that's your
I
money.
personally, all I want to do at this point is see all these companies, the government made aware of what's happening,
Right,
and all these companies put to close down.
okay,
Yep.
so, and we will, you know, as we have, you know, help you any way we can and support you any way we can, with the understanding that hopefully there'll be a positive resolution to this where you can possibly redeem the money back and be left alone and go on with your life and.
Okay, at this point,
Yep.
at this point, it's not for me, it's not for the money. I lost my mom last year and she was taken by people also. It's for other people that are gonna go through this, and people that can't speak up. And there's a
Right.
lot of elderly people cannot speak up. These people can't be allowed to.
So you want to be like an advocate for
Correct,
scams?
correct,
And to
correct.
bring awareness to the
Correct.
public, and that's
Correct.
your purpose of one being here.
Correct.
And,
The public has to be educated on this.
Right.
You know, people my age, they're not computer savvy, and they just go on there and they assume, you know,
Right.
they're playing around, but they don't realize that just by going to a site, people know where you are, they know everything about you.
Right,
Your life is not private on the computer,
right,
and people don't realize that are older people. They don't realize, a 10-year-old knows about the internet,
right.
but
right.
people in their 60s and 70s
Right.
don't know.
So it's just being like an
It's like leaving your, it's like leaving your front door open, and on your table is all your
Right,
Social Security, everything you have is laid out on the table, and they just walk in and take everything. That's just what it's like.
good way of looking at it. It's crazy.
It is. You're wide open for things. You're wide open. It's totally unbelievable. Technology, and it's going to get worse too. And as I said, I saw what my mom went through. She went through a thing with the Craftmatic bed people,
Right,
and she didn't want to tell us, and we had to close her apartment down. And there we see the Craftmatic bed
right,
that what she got.
right,
And there was no recourse for that either, and she just cried, and that upset her till the day she died. For 3 years, she cried over that
right.
she allowed that to happen. So, it's not, and people shouldn't have to live through this alone either. There's thousands upon thousands upon thousands. It's like AA or anything else.
Right.
People have to get together and know that there's other people that are going through the same thing.
Right. Well,
Like has strength in
in numbers.
in numbers, correct.
Right. Well, we have,
Because just to pick up a phone and call,
right,
and say, I had this happen to me is a big relief off of you.
right.
It gives you some, it takes the anxiety off.
Well, that's a big
that's
thing that we also try to promote is that, you know, people associated with our company, Scamaguard, if in the event that they ever think about possibly doing something, they have the option to contact us regarding anything.
And then you would
we will
investigate
do all the
and see.
due diligence and the investigation and look up the principals and look up exactly their track records and things like that, and give that report to the consumer so they can make an informative decision at that point in time so they don't get hurt. Obviously, we can't control what they do, but we
Correct.
can surely give them enough information to make an educated decision.
So in a way, it's like insurance.
Exactly.
It's like internet insurance that's
Right.
gonna
I like
help.
to call it assurance.
Correct. It's good to know there's a company like yours around, because in fact, to tell you the truth, when I first called here and I spoke to somebody and I heard I even at that point, these people got me so to the point because they will place things on the internet under other names and it is them, like to put complaints in.
Oh, yeah.
And then they find out that you're complaining about their
Right.
company.
Sure.
Okay, that's what they do too. It's just
Right.
what they're capable of is unbelievable.
Well, sometimes, you know, a lot of these companies aren't the most ethical, you know, operating companies. And like what we did right now is we have, I created this thing, it's called the Scamaguard Challenge. And there are companies out there that I know of that have brought to our attention that we feel that maybe some of the things that they do aren't so ethical and are unethical business practices. So we will challenge them in a debate on a national level in some sort of public venue. Now, if in the event that you're an ethical company and there's no wrongdoings being done, well then it's a good thing for you as far as catapulting you
It's a good
right,
thing that you're
to show the public that you're in good standing. But if in the event that you're not, we have enough information that will be divulged at that time where you'll never survive the debate. And it will also put you in a place that you probably won't be operating anymore because the public will be aware, and it also will let a lot of possible victims surface and come forward, which won't be in your benefit anyhow. And what we also did is one of the prerequisites is you cannot bring a lawyer with you. If you're upstanding and you got a good business model and a good business practice, come by yourself, bring a representative. Don't bring a lawyer where he says don't answer that. Everything should be answered in an open forum, and that's what we decided to do. So we're waiting for anybody that disagrees with what we say in that type of forum. And I think it's a perfect thing to clear the air or clear your name. And I don't see so far too many takers for that opportunity for people to, I wish somebody would invite me somewhere and to discuss my company.
Yeah.
So I can explain what I do.
If you have a legitimate company,
right. I look
you'd
forward.
be happy to
I'd be
get
there.
up there and have the platforms discussed.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what, you know, we intend to do. And like you said, and I firmly agree with what you're saying, is that due to the economy today, people are
They're looking
desperate.
online, they're looking to work
You
from
know,
home.
whatever, there's no jobs out there. So what they're looking to do is they'll stay home, and sometimes the way the jobs are paying today, it costs more to get to work than what you're gonna earn once you get there. So
Correct.
people with the car expense, gas expense, this, that, and the other thing, and you're trying to support your family, sometimes it's better to stay at home. And that's what they look forward to. But some of these people shouldn't be involved in anything, period, because they have no business savvy. They've never
But
been
they
in business.
don't know.
And what my main thing is, in our company, everything's transparent. You can see me, you'll see me now. You see the principals, you see my associates, you see whatever you want to see. You see my contracts. Whatever it is that you have to see, you see. If these people were if they were experts on building businesses, if I were you selling me a business, show me what you've done. If you're so good at doing what you do and you're selling me a business for $30,000, a website or this or that or that, what have you done? Because the guy on the other end of the phone is a telemarketer. He hasn't done anything.
Oh, I know that.
So if he
I
was a
know now.
success,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. He would have his own business that's being successful. So what is he selling? They're selling a lot of fluff that means nothing at somebody else's expense. That's what we're finding out. Is it all the time? I have no clue if it's all the time. I know what I see. I know I only speak for the people that have come to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm sure that there are companies out there that operate the right way and they help people in the right way, and there's good and bad in everything. But I only speak for the people that, like yourself, have come to me, and you can validate what you're saying because you're sitting there today with a notebook. You got the dates, you got the times, you got the people, you got the accounts, you got the money, you got everything.
Correct. But most people don't have all that.
Right.
They
So,
don't have it. They don't even have a computer.
Right. So, with that said, I got it, I understand, and again, we'll do everything to assist you in